When I think back what it took to achieve what this company's achieved in 50 years, it took a lot of grit. It took a lot of determination. It took a lot of guts. It took a lot of risk-taking. When the company was small, every mistake was nearly fatal. That 50-year mark, I think, is rather an inflection point where Sandy and I can say, okay, we've got this far. Pasco was founded in 1976 by two engineers that were at the time working for Monsanto. They solved problems that Monsanto had by creating a hydraulic palletizing machine that could handle these drums that weighed 400 and 500 pounds each. And in so doing, they alleviated a lot of injuries and also saved a lot of money in payroll. Pasco has always been about solving customer problems. That's been the core DNA of the company. Sandy Elfrink is our president. She ran this company for 30-some years, and she ran this company in a very familial way. And so she knew every employee, knew their kids, knew their spouses, knew what was going on in their lives. That translated into the kind of company we became. And she did that for 30-odd years as a woman in a male-dominated industry. That took guts, and she's got guts. To understand Sandy, you had to know her father. Her father was a salesman's salesman. It was no nonsense, it was to the point. It's do your homework, make the calls, ask for the order. And while in doing that, she built relationships with customers because they soon came to find out that she insisted that we followed through, that we were always there, that we were available and willing to help at anything that might come up. I actually can think of customers that we've worked with for almost 20 years. And it's because of the way we approach the customer relationship. We don't make our customers listen to a menu tree. It's a real person, and they say, thanks for calling Pasco, how can I help? People come to work with that familial sense. No one wants to let the other person down, and that translates to no one wants to let the customer down, and that translated to nobody wanted to let Sandy down, and that just kept the thing going. There are a lot of things that are core that haven't changed, and that goes back to the fact that we are one of the few integrators, robotic integrators in the country that are actually a manufacturer. When you're working with steel or stainless steel or aluminum, it doesn't matter what it is, it's a down and dirty business. It's fabrication, it's grinding and welding and cutting. And of course now we have CNC machinery, but the bottom line is that dirty kind of get your hands on it and get your hands dirty and it is really the same as it was in the 70s. We're just now surrounding that with the newest manufacturing technologies. Back in 2004, when we did our first robotic integration, there were a lot of mixed feelings in the marketplace. There were a lot of second guessers. There were a lot of older folks that would just put their foot down and say, no, not for us. Most of that fear was based in unfamiliarity. The introduction of robotic technology into our product mix allowed us to solve a lot of new problems, but also enabled us to be faster. It's about speed. Robots have several things going for them, repeatability and speed. And once we eliminated that bottleneck at the end of the packaging line, it opened up the entire factory to more automation, more efficiency. In 2023, we made an acquisition of a company called Versatech, and we realized that 70%, roughly, of the automation market wasn't even open to us. And so when the opportunity to purchase Versatech came up, we realized that this opened up process automation, manufacturing process automation versus just packaging automation. The most exciting thing about this industry to me is it's the limitless nature of how far we can take it, how far we can go, and what problems we can solve. I don't see a boundary there. If you think about being in the automation space for 50 years, you realize that in large measure we helped shape what automation is in industry. And we need to continue to do that. The past 50 years has taught this company how to be among the very best companies in the automation space in the world. And we intend to keep building on that by continuing to serve our customers better, faster, and more efficiently than anyone else.